Hold on.
Here we go. Ouropayment live, guys. Denim and Jason, give us a hands up. Team Arrow Labs over here, talking a bit about our Raiden project, which is super cool. As you can see, Ouropayments are privacy-preserving continuous payment streams, and they are used for a number of awesome cases, such as continuously paying subscriptions. Denim, give us another cool one that we can use it for.
Paying salaries on a daily basis or an hourly basis. Paying,
nice.
Imagine renting a car, and you instead of paying for like a day once you've got it, you pay per hour you have it, or even, for example, per kilometer. You could have a different vector for a continuous payment stream type thing.
Awesome. So that's us with our
demo. See how it goes.
Yeah, it's with our payment streams. As you see, you can go to ouropayments.com at the top over here and check it out. You can look at our about page. You can look at some of the current streams that actually exist at the moment. And without further ado, let's head over to our dApp over here. And you can see this flow is super simple. The person you want to set up the continuous stream to, you create the channel. And once you've created the channel and added your deposit, our backend will just drip those payments across at the rate you specify. So the recipient address I'm going to put in is Denim's address over here. He's got a Raiden node running. We're just using our token for the moment. We're just going to give it to him for a day, and we're going to make these payments every minute. And this amount is going to be, say, 250 Ourodai. That's the total amount we're going to use. And once we've done that, then I'm just going to head over and click Create Stream. And this takes a few minutes. This is actually the long part. And in future, this won't be the long part because there will be lots of Raiden channels that exist. And instead of you having to open a direct channel with someone else, likely there will be a route for you to follow and essentially pay someone through a route of other channels. You won't even need to do this. But opening a channel is a Ethereum mainnet transaction. We're creating this channel, so it takes a bit of time. Although, yeah, this is a Gorilla network transaction. We're not on the mainnet. So if I head over to my address here, you can see I'm running with address 351. I'm trying to create the payment channel. If I hit refresh over here, we should see a transaction pop up. Oh, there we go, 26 seconds ago. So we need 3 of these transactions to happen for the channel to eventually be created. But yeah, what we are looking for in Raiden is a new channel to be opened up with Denim. And a reminder, Denim's address was, what was it, Denim? It was EO2.
I don't think it's showing yet. It has to finish the transaction.
Yeah, it went. Okay, cool. Yeah. So while we wait for that to,
the first transaction's approving the DAI, then the second one I think is creating the channel, and then the last one, yeah, I'm probably getting the order wrong, and then the other one is depositing. So
yeah,
second transaction should be coming through soon.
Yeah, let's wait for it.
It normally takes about 5 minutes. So
yeah, exactly. So to fill this time, let's quickly talk a tiny bit about our code. We've gone for Reason for our backend server-side stuff, which leverages the JavaScript and OCaml ecosystem. Nice, strongly typed language with lots of awesome things like the strict compiler, which really helps ensure there's no bugs in your code. Jason can probably write an essay on it, but yeah, it's a super cool, a super cool reason we're doing. And let me just quickly walk you through the flow. So when you create this payment stream, which is busy happening on our dApp, this is something that gets submitted and it hits our backend, and we store this data in MongoDB as your payment request. And then from that request, our cron job will read our list of requests on a minutely basis, and it uses some logic to discern which payments it needs to shill through then the API and send the cash through those channels. So yeah, that's MongoDB in our data layer. And if we go back here and have a look, oof, there's the second transaction done. Nice. Cool. Let me create the screen a little bit bigger.
Maybe I can start talking a little bit about the sort of model of this. So basically, to send a payment, that both parties need to be running a node. At least that's how it is currently. You know, for this demo, those nodes are completely open. So of course that's super insecure, and your node has to be online to be making these payments every minute. So we've got a cron job in the back end that makes these payments once a minute. But of course, you know, that isn't great if someone can, you know, get access to making payments on your behalf. So in the future versions of this project, we're going to have a lot more security in the back end that isolates the node from the outside world. And actually, the sort of preferable way to do this would be to not even have your computer online. So that user interface, for example, that John was showing, can't even access your computer. You have to be on the same machine.
Yeah. And just quickly, while we're at it, you can see the payment channels open. Sorry, Denim, I muted you. There was quite a lot of background noise on your end. This payment channel you can see has been opened with Denim EO2. That's the channel. So we're getting there. You can see EO2. That's the recipient address. And the third transaction that still needs to happen is the deposit of tokens, right? So that's the 250 tokens that we're going to deposit. So you'll see when that final transaction completes, which is not yet. Oh, there it is. Then we're going to see a balance soon pop up in this channel. Oh, there it is. Here's a balance popped up, 250 Euro DAI, and that's with Denim. And we're going to see a cron job now actually coming through, and that is going to be sent out every minute. 1 Euro DAI is going to be sent to Denim. So you can see this is our Raiden node running over here. We have the cron job running over here every minute, and it goes to our payment handler and checks if the payment needs to happen. Here we wrote out a lot about how it should look and take place. And yeah, now we just wait, and in a minute's time we should start to see this payment happening. So I'm going to run to my cron job. Denim, maybe you can show us on your side. Oh, there we go. The result. Okay, so this just happened. This looks like this was a transfer. The amount was 1, just like we wanted. The target address was Denim's target address. Actually looks like it's all working really smoothly, which is nice. And hopefully on our front end, this will be initiated, and this should happen quick and every minute. So there we go. 12:56, which is the local time here, we can see 1 Euro DAI was sent to Denim, and we'll wait another minute and we'll make sure another 1 Euro DAI is sent. Check, you can see now 249 Euro DAIs are balanced. Denim, let's share your screen and check.
Cool, yeah.
Second payment.
Cool.
And if you take it, you can see I have my Raiden node running. And if I come over to the web UI, which might look a bit different, but essentially it's the older one, you can see I've got this channel created with ODI from the Raiden node that John is running. And
nice. The decimals are different on your one, so that's why you can see it's smaller. But yeah, you'll see now if we click back to mine, we're running actually different versions of the front end on our screens. But if you switch back over here, you'll see we now on 248 Euro DAI, and you can see very nicely in the home channel over here that at 12:57 another transfer was sent, and now you can see there's another one pending that's just popped up, and boom, at 12:58 that's another Euro DAI sending. So these continuous payments happen every minute with our cron job, and these are anonymous, nice, continuous drips of payments. So we're super excited about that. There's a lot of cool use cases. And as I said, make sure to visit ouropayments.com. Right now, it's not super ready for the public to test because, as we said, you need to have both the receiver and the creator running the Raiden node for the transfers to actually be able to take place. But as we said, in future as Raiden becomes more adopted, that will likely be less of an issue.
And if I can add a few points, the GitHub is hopefully quite clear in the README on how to set this up and self-host and run it yourself. So if you wanted to, it's an option. Keep in mind, the code's still on a little bit of a hackathon level, so it'll take some time before it's kind of a bit more production ready. But as a proof of concept, as part of this privacy preserving hackathon, I think it's in quite a good state. And then a few other points. We ran the front end using Next.js, a variant of React, which allows for server-side rendering. And I think one of the to point out two big kind of key benefits of using the Raiden network for this is, if I asked you right now, what is your salary? Some people might answer it. Some people might be a little bit uncomfortable, but I think the general consensus is there'd be a pause before you'd answer. I think it's because whether it's just historically, kind of salaries are inherently, people kind of keep a little more private. And so the need for like a privacy preserving continuous payment stream for salaries is quite important, because it's less public, which is a huge benefit that the Raiden network provides. And I think the other core benefit of using something like the Raiden network is we're not using essentially an escrow service where the money goes into a smart contract and then anyone can withdraw it at any time. You can see these are actual payments, because the Raiden network has like a scalable infrastructure. You can create these micro payments, which you can't do on the Ethereum network without getting extremely burnt with gas costs. You can see there's now more transactions that have been popping up.
Every minute a new one's popping up, and it's going through lightning quick. And you can see on the channels here now 245 Ouropayment is what's left. So we've already made 5 payments in the last 5 minutes. There we go, pending another one, and you'll see in just a second, it's super quick. That will be confirmed. So there we go, lightning fast transactions. Payments drip continue.
Another aspect of the repo. So for the demo, it's makes a lot of sense to use this as a website, so anyone can kind of interact with it and run their own node and then make a stream to themselves. But there is a kind of an Electron wrapper. I tried to use Tor originally, but it was a little bit too complex. But essentially, it allows you to run the program in isolation, which provides a few security benefits, like you don't have to be concerned with your current browser extensions, maybe having some malicious code and interacting with while you're running it locally, etc. Okay, awesome. 13-minute video. I think that actually demos it. And
double thumbs up.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Last thing, it was really fun to get to know Raiden. So thanks for letting us use your tools.
Yeah, we look forward to using more in the future. Awesome. Thanks so much, guys. Take it easy.